Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another custom DIY, and this time we'll be working with some pants finally. So I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw one of my fashion inspirations. He was wearing some really interesting looking jeans. As you can see, it looks like there was a bunch of tapestries that were cut up and then patched onto the jeans. So I guess I'll just call it like the tapestry patched denim. Now I'm sure there's an actual name for it. In the bio, he tagged Jaded Man. So I don't know if that's a brand or an individual person, but I'm assuming that he's the one who made it. He has his own name for it, but credit to Jaded Man. I went to the thrift store already. I picked up, I think, all of the materials that I need for this DIY. As you can see, I have it all in this bundle here. It's pretty cool looking. Unfortunately, because of COVID, at the thrift store, you can't try on any of the clothes. You just have to get your right size, and hopefully it fits the way that you want it to. It has a more like relaxed, slim fitted fit, which wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I think it will do. Now, when it comes to the length, I think I got this in the size 32. Yeah, I got these in the size 32, and they're just a little bit too short in comparison to his jeans. But if you zoom into the picture to the bottom of the pant leg, you can see that there isn't really a hem, which is good for me because since these aren't at the length that I want them to be at, I can easily just undo the hem to add an extra inch or two, maybe like half an inch. Hey yo, what's going on? Is this another pants DIY? What? What is going on? Well, I got some Wranglers right here. As you can see, these are at a decent length when I'm standing, but they rise up too much when I sit. Again, these are a relaxed fit, which are actually perfect in comparison to the ones in the picture. So overall, I think I got a pretty solid pair without being able to try it on at the thrift store. To get semi-accurate placements for each patch, I marked starting and ending lines with a white chalk pencil. Since these pants weren't as long as the ones in the picture, the patches below my knees had to be cut a bit smaller in order for each of them to have a similar shape while still being able to fit onto that section of the pants. After marking the lines, turn the pants inside out so that the stitching of the hem is exposed. Since these pants are a bit too short, we're gonna rip off the stitching of the hem to add about 1.5 inches to its length. Plus, it looked like there wasn't a hem in the picture anyway, so it kinda all works out. Now, since we opened up the hem, there's a couple of creases which are easily fixed by just ironing it flat. With the pants laid flat, it's time to start cutting out each fabric panels. With the fabric spread onto the areas intended to be on, I drew a rough outline of the shape of the panel, leaving extra room on the left and right side in case I have to cut a bit more, because when it comes to cutting up stuff, it's better to have more than less. A couple of things to help with drawing these outlines is to pin around the fabric onto the jeans to keep it in place, and to use the seams and pocket hem as guidelines. Once the panel is cut out, pin it down in its correct position. There's this new tool that I caught recently, and it was legit a game changer. Now, I always say there's a game changer in every one of my videos, but this one for sure was one, and it's called a rotary cutter, or a pizza cutter. This thing cuts fabric with such ease and precision. Cutting rounded edges have never been easier. It's not like a commercial of me, right? But from here, it's pretty much the same process for each panel. You just place, pin, mark an outline, cut, and then pin the panel down. Not trying to be repetitive by showing you those clips of each fabric, so moving on. When the panels are all pinned down, it should look like this, where everything's in position and ready to be sewed on. Now, to do this, we got to open up the pant legs by ripping open the seam so that we can use a sewing machine to sew the patches down. Once that's finished, pin the two sides together to close the seam, and then sew it down along the original seam crease. Sew it with a straight stitch and then with a zigzag stitch between the new seam and the ends of the denim to secure the seam. To make sure the non-existent seam at the bottom of the pant legs doesn't fray out, sew a straight stitch along the bottom edge of the pant leg opening, just like what was done for the panels. For the other pant leg, just repeat the same for those panels. I ended up using this tropical pattern because it kind of matches the theme of the first floral panel I used, and then I used this brown plaid that was pretty similar to the one that was used in the picture. Now, originally, I was going to cut the brown plaid similarly to the other pant leg, the floral section of it, but when I pinned it down and tried on the pants, the zipper fly flap looked super weird, looking like Superman but like with the man thong on, you know, so I had to opt out of that for sure. and I cut the brown plaid a little bit more to expose more of the original denim. Honestly, that was definitely the right move. Now the last part is to add the distressings. In the picture, they weren't that big to begin with, but in general, I didn't want to make some huge holes in my jeans because of just personal preference. I made them a decent size though, and in similar positions to the ones on the jeans in the picture. The process is pretty simple. All you need to do is use scissors to cut a hole, and then a sewing needle to separate the horizontal threads of the denim. But yeah, that's the last step, so we're done. But yeah guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys liked how the outcome looked for these pants. In my opinion, I would probably give them like, I don't know, like an 8.5 out of 10. I really like how these turned out. I really do like how they fit on me, and I also do like the length of them, as well as how well they fall on my shoes. Now, if there is a pair of pants that you guys want me to try to recreate, hit me up on Instagram, send me a message and a picture of the pants, and I'll get back to you and I'll probably make a video about it. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, hit that sub button too. I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.